Shalom, shalom. Wise Solace speaking. Hopefully, it's not too noisy in regards to the wind and the waters. Peace and wisdom get Buck 360, Aaron Williams, and Mariam Ali. Now, I want to do this video today on the topic that being aliens are demons of old. This is mainly for the new generation, as well as the, generations that already been here, but mainly for the new generations, because I'm not sure if this new generation understands what spirits or demons and angels are truly. So if you young, new generation, and you have any confusion on those things, let me know. That way this can, make sense for you. Peace and wisdom, Keisha Hartfield. As this plane goes by, can you guys let me know if I'm still clear? Otherwise, if I'm not, I'm going to have to stop every time the plane goes by. But you can't stop life from working, so what can I do? But let me know as I'm speaking right now. Am I still clear? Or can you not hear me at all? Oh, you said I was still clear? Man. Impossible. I was just about to say I'm in a horrible spot because it flew right over my head, but still low. Where I feel like, where you feel like you could still hit it with a rock or something. And so you say you could still hear me. I don't even see. I couldn't hear myself when I was talking. I was like, yeah, I know they can't hear me. I can't even hear myself. And so, okay, barely. I was about to say, ain't no way y'all heard me. I couldn't even hear myself. If there was a moment where all you heard was plane, and you might have assumed like, okay, he wasn't talking. I was talking the whole time the plane went by. I never stopped because I wanted to see, but I think I'm in a bad location. Aaron Williams said get buckets right. I know he had to be right because I couldn't hear myself. So now I know I'm dealing with state-of-the-art equipment here. You feel me? Whole large cast and crew, but still. Okay, bring it a little closer to my mouth. Was talking to my son. He said, Dad, you gotta try Chipotle, because I never tried Chipotle. He said, their burritos are so fat. I said, no, did he? I said, no, did he? He said, no, wait, hold on. No, wait, hold on. I didn't mean it like that. I said, man, the generations never change. That's how we was when we was younger. Now, let me begin. Yeah, I think I may have to change locations because when it goes by, I can't even hear my own self. If I have to keep stopping, that's gonna interfere with the flow of my mind. So of course everyone speaks. Well, I'm assuming everyone speaks from their mind. Like whatever you're saying out of your mouth, I'm assuming Assuming it's the same in the mind because the words are coming from there. So if I have to keep stopping, that's why I haven't started, because I'm contemplating. If I have to keep stopping, then I'm gonna have to keep stopping my mind. And I'm gonna get aggravated. Then I'm gonna have an anger attack. Now let's begin. The word and image y'all have of alien. Of course, put the big head alien in mind, little big head. Y'all know the main alien image. Big head Martian, I suppose. That image in the word or name, the word alien, is old Hebrew stuff. But they changed the spelling. And of course, we further along now, so they jazzed up the look of the ancient Hebrew thing, so to say. Now, I'm gonna let this plane pass. Now, the word alien, in the past it was spelled Elyon. That's an ancient Hebrew word, pronounced Elion. Some people pronounce it Elyon, but that's incorrect. It's Elion. Like how when Jesus was on the cross, he said, Eli, Eli, and whatever he said. I'm saying that so you can know. It's pronounced Elion. Elyon. That word, that ancient Hebrew word, Elion, the one I just spelled, Elyon. That word means the Most High. And when you're dealing with the ancient Hebrew people, it meant the Most High over all the other spirits. You have to grasp, in the time before now, the people worship the spirits. And so you can say angel and demon was like how they categorized the spirits. And then you had a spirit that was over them all. This is where El comes from, but it's Elion. That means Most High. And so Elion is the Most High over all the other spirits. In today times, they changed the spelling, but it's still alien. You follow? If you are a young person, I'm hoping that you grasp what I'm saying. I'm gonna let this plane pass. Now, in the past, they made statues, little figurines for this spirit. When I say spirit, I'm not speaking of a physical thing. We're speaking of the dead. So you have the living and you have the living dead. The living will die, but you have the living dead. They always dead in terms of in that realm or space, not physical life and life. I mean, they're not in physical life, but they're in what we would call the dead realms, where the living, pass on to. But the living dead always been there and always will be. And so this is where you get your order of angels and demons. You can say that's just to say the good and the bad amongst these spirits. Now, if you look at the figurine images or the images that they left behind of this deity alien, which is the same as alien, you'll see he looks like the image we have of the skinny body, big head aliens. They depict him in that way. He's like slender. The only difference is he has a crown on his head, a pointy, like a sperm cell. He has a pointed head. He has a pointed crown on, like a hat, like a pretty cool Scully. Something I would wear. Smooth stuff. Now, like I said, that deity alien. In modern times, all they did was change the spelling of the name and jazzed up the image in perspective. Now, of course, alien is the most high, but you have a bunch of spirits and they all have their image. You can Google like the 72 Goetic spirits. This is your Solomon magic stuff. Solomon has to do with Hebrew. He has to do with the Hebrews. So if you're lost into religion and you're like, no, it has nothing to do with spirits. Solomon was a Hebrew. He was messing around with the spirits. In the past, it was just the spirits, and then you had the Most High over all of them. Now, everybody didn't worship the Most High Spirit over the rest, but you get my point? Everyone was aware that it was alien. And so, as we get further and closer to modern times that we are now, they started to change the perspective. Meaning those in power are in charge. They want the masses to worship these demons, spirits. But they're not saying that. They're kind of like, you get my point? Changing the perspective. In that y'all view aliens as everything that the spirits are. Y'all just view them as real physical life forms that's gonna present themselves to y'all one day in a physical life forms that live in other planets and things like that. You get my point? They're changing the perspective. In that y'all don't pay demons and spirits any mind. Y'all don't really understand that. That's just talk for the most part. But y'all like, no, we believe in aliens. That's the point. They want you guys to believe in alien. Alien being the most high over all the other spirits. It wouldn't matter how you change the spelling. It's the pronunciation that matters. That's why I always tell y'all, aliens ain't real. This is deeper than aliens and y'all having a desperation to meet new people. This have to do with the living dead. Like I said, the spirits, they classified into demon and angel. This has to do with the dead realms. Meaning y'all alive now, but y'all ain't always gonna be. Just like y'all awake now, but you not gonna be for the rest of the day. And you gonna pass into what is known as the opposites. The opposite end of physical life. Whether you talking about sleep or death, the place is the same. And so if you're lost, when you go into unconsciousness, that's a place, and it make you unconscious, but you're in a space. The same way when you go into dream being place in the unconsciousness. You have all these physical places in physical life. When y'all fade into sleep or death, so you're in the unconscious, or, the black and darkened out realms. And in those realms, you have a place that we call dream. When you dead, I suppose it'd just be called the afterlife, because you won't be coming back to the physical part. So for you, it ain't dream no more. It's just your new... I'm sorry if this is a little scary. It's funny to me, but, life is trippy, man. The lies y'all have that y'all learning, it don't even hold it's nothing in comparison to the truth of things, meaning the truth is way more strange and interesting. And so y'all visit the dead realms every day. I don't want y'all to get lost. Y'all just don't call it that. Y'all be like, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to be blotched out of my own mind. This is what happens to you when you go to sleep. You don't exist to yourself. Whoever you knew in the physical life don't exist to you anymore. And for that small time that you're in sleep, you're dead, meaning in regards to existence. I don't mean dead like you dead and whatever happened to you, you don't know. I mean dead like non-existing. When y'all falling asleep and y'all unconscious, y'all don't exist to yourselves. I'm saying it like that so you can fully grasp the magnitude of what's happening when you go to sleep, because the day is no different than eternity. And everything you need to know about life is in one day. Meaning all you have to do is be born and be aware of one day. And you know all of eternity. But most people don't grasp that. Hopefully I was clear, but I said one day is the same as eternity. So the same way every day you falling asleep, at the ends of your life are the ends of your life, you will go to that same darkness. Meaning the same way you falling asleep and then you pass through dream and then into unconscious, and then when you coming back into awake, sometimes you may pass through in the dream, and you know those are the ones you remember when you come in. But on the going out, on the other side, you gotta remember those dreams. Them the ugly ones, you know. Nightmare side. This is the descending. And you know, the good dream side is on the coming awake side. If anything I'm saying is not clear, like in regards to you understanding, let me know. This is important. And thank you for all of y'all that gave back. Salam. Aaron Williams said nothing, not a word. Or people don't realize how extreme it is when they falling asleep. Like, you completely lose yourself, all memory of who your children are, all of that. When you wake up, then you remembered, like, oh, I was out of it. Like that, like literally, you was out of it and nothing was nothing. And that can be a fixed state. That's what death truly is. We think death is, oh, when I die and lose my access to physical life, then I'm dead. But the mind carries over like it does when you fall asleep. And so the same way you have dream, you have afterlife. It's the same thing, but you get it? You just won't be waking up in a physical life no more. So you'll have the unconsciousness in its place, which we call dream. And that's where you will be as a spirit when you die. And you know, when dream or afterlife is over, then all that will be left is that unconsciousness, you know, non-existent. Non-existence. And so y'all shown a preview of this every day. That's why I say a day is like eternity. Everything you want to know about life or any aspect of it, a day showed you it already. You just haven't been paying attention. And so I guess that's why we get a lot of days. Because I guess, you know, the creator knows that man is quite slow. 365 days times 120 years still ain't enough for him to grasp one day. Add that up. 365 times 120. That is the amount of days man get opportunity to grasp one of the days. All of them being the same. It's like 1 plus 1 equals 2 a million times, and he still don't get it. Every day, 1 times 1 equals 2. And every day he messed that up. 17? This is how man is with a day. You get 365 days times 120 years worth of days. Dies and still doesn't grasp life. I'm sorry, it's funny when you get wise, and you think about it. You say, man is like, he's like worse than the animals. The animals get it, but I guess it's the ego of man. Man got too much control to follow in mind to grasp, if that makes sense. Y'all have too much ego. Y'all have too much ego to follow the day for the whole day to learn, if that makes sense. Yeah, y'all lose focus. Y'all say, I want to pay attention to the things I don't like only because I want to be mad and angry. Rah! So then y'all turn on YouTube like that. Man has too much ego to do whatever he wants. Then he does not want to follow, any program for the amount of time it takes for him to grasp. We're speaking of just one day. Like, man say, I'm going to sleep. I know there's 12 hours or so left, but I'm going to sleep. Maybe he gets some vagina. Whatever the case may be, I'm just letting y'all see, like, you're here in the day. All you have to do is observe the day and all the happenings in it. But man have ego, so he say, I'm taking a break. I'm going to do something else with my attention. And that he get lost in all the days. He say, man, it's 7 days in a week, 30 in a month, 365 in a year. You say, what's a year, month, and a week? Ain't those the same one day? Man don't grasp. He confused himself now. He say, no, 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 no. A week is different from a day. It's 7 of them. All 7 of them days is the same damn day. The sun went to bed and then it woke back up. But because you named the days, because you put a name on the days 7 times, and now you're confused. You're like, no, Monday's different than Tuesday. There ain't no Monday. There ain't no Tuesday. It's just the same day that we stuck in. Y'all leave the day in y'all own mind. Y'all go to unconscious, then y'all get snapped back to this place. But like I said, man confused himself. So according to man, he's living in this fishbowl. He's living in this simulation. And there's so many days in this simulation, like a calendar. But he's not in a simulation or a calendar. He's just stuck in one day. Same way he's stuck in his one body. But according to man, there's a bunch of days he's stuck in all of them in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, January, February, all that confusion, all that made up confusion is called ego. Simple ego, where man just start doing what he want, making up stuff, getting confused in that. And so this is where we are, stuck in a day. The day is quite simple to grasp, but when you make 365 of them, it gets a little confusing. Kind said, why do we realize we are dreaming while in a dream sometimes? Okay, you said, why do we remember, or why do we realize we are dreaming while it's a dream, while in a dream sometimes? because you're awake. All while in dream, you are remembering awake. Suppose that's how you wake up. But dream is two-sided. You have awake in the setting into unconsciousness. And dream is in unconsciousness, and you can pass it on that side. That's nightmare side. The side man don't want to remember. Then you have man coming or waking up. This is coming from unconscious into awake. And you have dream there too. It's called good dreams. It's on the awake side, man, like to remember portions of that. He has ego, so physical life is real. And dream is fake when he's in physical life. So you don't care to remember what you don't view as real. A dream is nothing to y'all for the most part. In that, you get it? We speaking as a soul or a mind. Dream just whatever it is to y'all. Y'all don't really care. Focused on physical. In that, you get my point? Y'all pop back into physical. This is all ego thing though. Like I said, the ego has to do with the self or the I. When I say self, you have an image of yourself. Your name is your name to yourself. When I say image, you look in the mirror, you see how you look. That's how you look to yourself in your mind. Period. And whatever your name is, that's your name to you. Like your real name. It's on your birth certificate. But your name was made up, meaning your mother and your father sat and they made that name up, and you was conceived before they even sat down to make up that name. So that's not your real name, that's just a name that they made up. In the way you look, it's just your physical appearance. It's not what you are as a mind or a thinking thing. That thing goes into the dream realms and into the unconscious, not the physical body. But you get my point? That's the ego. You getting lost into, all you picked up in the physical life, like your name. The 1-year-old or the 6-month-old baby don't know his name. Just the people that made up his name and whoever they told his name knows his name. The baby don't know his name because it's made up, like I said. And so this is what shedding the ego has to do with. Becoming aware of all those many things that y'all hold on to in mind. It keeps y'all coming back into the physical where y'all learned it. I'm not sure if that makes sense. You have kids, you have a name, you have an image of yourself. You have weird ideals that you are the chosen one and you're special over everybody else. And all these kind of weird things. And they keep you in the physical, which is where you picked all of that up at. So when y'all fall into unconsciousness, then y'all get spit back into this day repeatedly. I know y'all call it a new day every time y'all come into it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. But it's just the same old day. You're stuck here like a prisoner. Not fully aware of it. That's why you're stuck here. And then there's this thing called ego. A fixed, stuck image of yourself in your own mind. That's how you look, your name, all these falsehoods. You skinny, fat sometimes, all different appearances. You look different than you did when you was a baby, but you have a specific image of yourself. Now, most of y'all are not walking around thinking to yourself, you look like you did when you was 2. This is why when men die, they say, man, I look like my best self. Because that's how you view yourself. You be viewing yourself talking about, oh yeah, I look like shit today. That ain't the image y'all got of yourself. The wino look like how they looked in their glory. This is why crackheads be walking around the neighborhood switching so hard. Because they like, nah, I still got it. Now they don't. They don't got it, but that ego, you feel me? That good old ego. Man, it's powerful. And so I mean like that. Remove the joking part. I like to have a little fun with the wisdom, but grasp. If you remove the joking part, Use those real life references. Y'all all have a viewpoint or image of yourself, but it may not match how you actually look in the moment. You follow? Most of y'all don't have it in y'all mind that y'all look like y'all did when y'all were 3. I mean like that. You have many different looks during your life, but you have one image of self in mind. You have many names and nicknames in life, but you have the one your mama made up for you as your real name. And you get it? These falsehoods that you picked up in the physical is what keep you bound to it. There's levels of knowledge like everything. So if you never heard ego teachings in this way, like I said, there's levels to everything in life. This is your highest levels. I'm not saying that to be funny. This, if you have an ear and a brain, I'm sure you can grasp. This has to do with, when you're dead and in that abyss. This is why monks truly meditated in the past and bringing themselves into the darkness, because the darkness is not empty. And most men ain't got heart to go into the darkness while he alive. If I tell most of y'all, go into the darkest cave you can find, because cutting all the lights off in your house ain't gonna fulfill the darkness, meaning it ain't dark enough. We talking dark, where you can't see nothing. Your hand in front of your face are nothing. We talking darkness when you start feeling like, oh, it's something in here with me. Dark like that. And like I said, the darkness ain't empty. But most men ain't got heart to go into the darkness while he alive and sit there like Muhammad did in that cave. Make me drop my jewel. And so that's what your ego teachings have to do with truly when you get to the highest levels of it. This is why, you see monks meditating, or you hear stories of like prophets going into dark caves. You have the unconscious parts of yourself, but of course, when you're brought there, you are unconscious. Now, there's going to be a time when your physical vessel dies that you go to that unconsciousness, and you're going to be awake, meaning you're going to be a consciousness stuck in your darkness, your unconsciousness, but present for it. So think like if you fall into unconscious sleep, but you're awake, just stuck there in that darkness until you wake up. That's going to feel like eternity, because ain't no clock in there for you to keep track of time. You say, I'm asleep for 8 hours usually, so maybe I'll wake up in 8. 8 hours will feel like forever if you ain't got no measurement of time. And so this is wisdom that, your wisest people who ever lived kind of understood. And that they try to face that time while they're alive, practice conquering that darkness. Because when we're there, we have to transcend our darkness, but most people don't know how. But you get an example every day when you fall asleep. You go into unconsciousness, then you're saved by the glory of life, meaning you're brought back into awake. That Jesus thing, but y'all don't understand things. But Jesus saw what y'all have that character named as. He saves you every day. That's why it's called the Savior. All you have is one day, repeating over and over again. So every day, the Savior comes, because one day is eternity. It doesn't matter how many times you repeat it. The same thing happened. Like, y'all live, then y'all die, or go to sleep. And then y'all lose yourselves when y'all in sleep. Y'all forget y'all were ever even alive and have kids and all of that. And then a Savior has to save you from that. Otherwise, you just stay there. You don't know that you're supposed to wake up. You don't even know you exist. And so every day when you wake up in the morning, you get it? The Christ saved you. The Christ being, that sacrifice one that's job it is to wake everybody the one whose job it is to wake everybody up every goddamn day. Every day is an eternity, so you get my point. Dude's always working, that's why he's a sacrifice. It's a deep thing. I'm not being funny either. And every day you die, you don't have to wake up out of your unconsciousness. I'm not sure why you think that's nothing in comparison to you dying. What's the difference in regards to you as a mind? Like that. Most of y'all die, you ain't gonna even know you dead. Same way when you fall asleep and you having that good old dream, you ain't like, oh, I have to wake up and go back to physical life to get to work. That don't happen. You don't know you sleep. Again, when some of y'all die, you're not gonna even know you dead. So what does it matter? And so, like I said, when you're dealing with your wisest men who ever lived in their times, I suppose, they understood the darkness. So they say, like, where can I find the darkest place that has absolutely no light? This is a physical emanation of unconsciousness. And I can go in there while I'm awake. And it will be like it will be, when I die. In that, you get my point? It's like I said, the darkness ain't empty. Just look at the dark night sky. You got all them stars up there stuck in a darkness. They own little separate darkness. It's just one darkness, but they all in it, separated from each other. In that, you get my point? They all in their own little unconsciousness or their own darkness. But it's a bunch of it's not empty. They just can't see and reach out to one another. But you get it? When everybody fall into unconscious sleep, we all in the same place. I hope you don't think like you got a separate unconscious from me, because you don't. I just can't reach out and say nothing to you while I'm there, because it's dark. It darken out your mind. Like that kind of dark, where it's so dark. Shit, you go dark. Dark like nothing. Like, you get lost in there. I ain't talking nighttime dark. We talking the darkness. The source of darkness is. So wisdom starts there, going into the darkness. I wouldn't recommend none of y'all do it, because you have to be of sound mind. You have to be like Big O said, me. But that's later in your path and journey. Now let's get back to this, to the title. All of this correlating with the title. I'm assuming y'all are grasping. Like I said, those of y'all that gave back, salam shalom. Thank you for trying to move forward on the proper accord. And so ask y'all questions if y'all get confused on something. Because the entire existence that we're in, it's a day too. Like I said, all you have is a day. And so the whole existence itself got to, go into that unconsciousness, or go night, like it happens in the day. Not just you go down into your darkness, but you see the outer world that you in. This is the sun setting. You kind of see that transcending into its darkness as well. So if you look at eternity as a day, you'll get it. Even eternity transcending to nothing and all in it. And so it's a deep thing, but that's far beyond y'all. Meaning, this is wisdom for those really far along in their understandings. So y'all don't need to worry about, what I just said so much in terms of trying to apply anything or practice anything or seek something out somewhere else of anything. Leave that alone. That's beyond you. That's just like a sneak preview if you stick to the path of wisdom, like I told you guys, balance and honor. This is what keeps the mind, you know? Everything is mind. So the person who is not fair and honorable are fair and truthful, starting with themselves. When you lie to another, you lie to yourself, meaning yourself accept that lie or the spreading of it. Meaning if you tell somebody something untruthful, your soul accepted that. In that, you're lying to yourself as well, which is a dangerous thing. But most people don't have the mind or the perception, meaning their mind is not mature or ripe enough for them to grasp, these little simple matters. Even though y'all all gonna die one day, but you get my point? Y'all are busy, doing things that hold no merit, but it does to y'all. Say, Solace, I don't have time to be wise. I have to go to work. And indeed you do. But still, because you have to do something doesn't mean what has to be done still don't have to be done. And, our having to go to work, I'm including myself with y'all because I've worked before. And it's horrible. So I'm sorry. It's horrible. Slavery. That's where I came to that conclusion when I told y'all, all the deep wisdom I gave y'all in that old video called The Solution. Yeah, that's where that came from. My working. I said, oh yeah, this is horrible. I'm never going to get rich like this. I'll just give y'all a little history. When I got my first job, I realized, I said, I will never get rich like this. I just don't see how. Even if I worked for 24 hours, which is all the hours in a day, even that overtime is not going to make me rich. I said I would have to get a second job and maybe a third one. Maybe I'd have to get an illegal hustle. And then that's when I say, yeah, working is, that's pointless. What is that? Now that's how they rob us of our freedom, you get me? They take all the resources from us. They make paper money, monopoly. And they use that paper money to represent the resources. Now they have the paper money, so we have to do something for it. That's working slave. Then they give us the paper money. We can't eat it or do anything with it, but we can buy back resources. If you're young, resources is like toilet paper. You get it? All the things you buy in a store, they come from the resources of the land. So if you went down to Home Depot and you said, I'm gonna build a shed, that would come from a tree. Trees are free, but they don't allow y'all to cut down the free trees that the earth provide for everybody. Some man decided, no, I'm gonna say that I own all the trees, and if you do it, I'll put you in my jail. Now his jail and his rules ain't real, but whoever's dumb enough to listen to him, you get my point? So this is y'all cities y'all live in. Somebody decided one day, I'm going to make my own rules and cut my own piece of the forest out, and whoever lives here got to do what I say. And somehow people said, I want to live there. I don't know how it first happened, but something like that. And then, people was just born there after that. They only knew that. But like, that's how it would have happened in the beginning with Nimrod. I guess it was a bullying thing. He told everybody, build me a city, hurry up and do it. And so you get it, they did it. That's how it was written in the Bible. I'm sure in other texts it was written a different way. But the main thing is that, cities were first built. And this is just somebody that built up, the city. And they said, I'm going to rule it, and whoever lives here in my city, and they have to do whatever I say. And the first rule is you can't touch any resources. This is fruit growing from trees. If you need some wood to build yourself a house, you can't do that. You say, oh, look at that nice grassy hill. I think I want to build myself a nice house there. You can't do that because it's illegal. Now, is it truly illegal? No. Some doofus decided I'm gonna steal more land than I need and charge people to live in it. And so this is how we live now. Y'all pretty much, y'all see nice areas in the park. Y'all say, shit, this park look better than my house. All I need to do is just bring my house here. They keep up with the grass and everything. But you can't, because they will put you in jail. Now, is the jail whole thing real and is that their park? No. They made that up. They stole it from everybody else. This is us, all the regular people in life. They stole all the space, did what they wanted with us, with it, and us, and told us we can't touch them unless we work and pay for it. Well, this is where work kicking at. This is how we got where we are, so. It's like a force people to be slaves, if you could put it in the real life terms. They say don't grow no food in your front yard because that's illegal. We'll fine you. And that y'all have to go to the supermarket to buy the fake food that they have already prepared for y'all to buy, because they don't want to give y'all the real resources. This is the good stuff. You follow? You got a bunch of plants in life. They have substances. This is called medicine. You know, drugs. They don't want to give y'all that because that's the good stuff. So they make these pharmacy stores and they just mix chemicals together and tell y'all that's medicine and drugs, and don't worry about the plant shit, nigga. It's illegal. Don't worry about it. You want some DMT and some ayahuasca? Don't worry about that. That's illegal for you. Go down to the pharmacy and get you some Tylenol. Get you some Zoloft. Go get you some Ozempic. You get it? Now they got real Ozempic. This is, one of the plants in nature that produces its substance. And this is real Ozempic. You take that shit, it'll slim you down in the same day. No side effects included. But that's the good stuff. They ain't giving y'all that. You better get real. You think they took over the whole place to steal all the resources and to lift up all the cherry and fruit trees and hide them for y'all and put regular trees in place that just grow leaves? I know y'all know trees got fruit on it. But if you live in a city, ain't no goddamn fruit on your trees. It's just leaves on it. Y'all say nobody eat no goddamn leaves? Where the cherries at? Oh, they took all those. They move all the cherry trees and fruit trees. Move them things upstate. They keep them nice and fresh for the elite. And go on down into the cities and plant some new fake trees. All they do is grow leaves. They can go to the supermarket and buy the fake food we prepared for them. Just like we send them to the pharmacy, they can go buy them fake drugs. We give them that fake money, and they can use that to get all that fake stuff. Meaning money is fake. Y'all know they print it up. It's not real. So why would you think you could buy real stuff with it? That part. When y'all go buy gold, y'all don't buy real gold. Y'all buy 14 karat. That means 60% gold mixed with metal alloys like nickel and stuff. It's 60-40. Like that. Say don't worry about 24 karat gold. Just worry about the jewelry stuff. That's the good stuff, but it ain't. It's fake jewelry for the most part. If you bought a gold chain, I'm sure in your brain you say, well, I wouldn't really, I thought it was all gold only. No. Are you stupid? You didn't trade no real resources for that. You traded paper money, so you have to get real. This is their excuse. Like, if y'all ever come to realize anything y'all buy is fake. Say these apples from Whole Foods is fake. And they're gonna be like, well, money ain't a real resource either, so the trade was fair. You gave me fake resources, which is money. I gave you fake food. It's GMO, this. Fair for. And so this is the life y'all living. Tricks. And this is the many things that man has to become aware of in his own psyche and mind. Meaning his mind has to mature or ripen to where he notices these things on his own. Like, hold on, these apples that I'm buying out of the supermarket, there's a thing called apple trees. They're free. They grow from the ground on their own. Why am I paying for them? He has to get there where he kind of becomes aware. Hold on, I'm being tricked. Spending 8 hours out of my day at work to get fake money to buy stuff I ain't sure if it's the real thing or not, because I wasn't there when they was plucking it or whatever they was doing. And so this is all about reality, dumbed out. And that's how the city works. And so I realized that the first day of work. One day at work, 1 hour in, I said, up, I know exactly what this is here. Trick. Are they trying to trick me? I knew, like, oh, when I was selling drugs, I had it right. That's real. Hold on, they was doing that back in all the times of life. Like, that's what a shaman is. Blah was selling drugs, but he was getting resources for it. Like, whoever knew how to make clothes and shit, they fuck him up with some dope shit. And he trade him with some drugs. Get it? And maybe you are a farmer. You feel me? Me? I'm a pharmaceuticals. That's what it would have been called in the past, a witch doctor or something like that. Different names. But that just mean like, drugs. Plants. Plants and their substances. You know how to mix them. You know how to heal a person or harm them, whatever you choose. A genius in plants. And this was a common thing that most people, well, not most, but, a lot of women, they do a lot of farming and stuff. So they knew they plants. So they knew to tell you, man, go get me a switch out the back because I'm going to beat your ass with that. And then when I bust that switch open, it got some good aloe juice in there. Rub that on your ass so when you go tell somebody I beat your ass, they'd be already healed. So, mama had her tricks back in the day. She'll put powder in one hand and butter in the other. Slap that shit out you with it. Slap you with that powder, make you ashy, then slap you with that butter, make greasy. Rub that in. She know how to, This is wisdom of old. I don't want to give y'all too much, This is the juicy stuff. This is the juicy stuff, you feel me? But this is how it went in the past. A person knew their drugs or their plants and the alchemy concerning that being how to heal a person or harm them, whatever they chose. And then they banned that practice under witchcraft during the 1700s because, like I said, y'all ain't allowed to have no real resources or know nothing. Just go to work and earn that paper money. In that, you can go buy whatever you want. It will be already pre-made for you. You want wood? You need 2x4 cuts? They not going to give you the whole tree and be like, you can cut it yourself. They going to cut it for you. In that, you got the question, is that real wood? Is they up to their sorcery again, like McDonald's, where they got a burger for $1, but you like, how's a burger? Why is the burger at Jimbo's $9? And why is the burger at McDonald's $1? And you can get fries with it and all of that. Like that. They know they sorcery. This is how they make fake imitation stuff that looks like the real deal. Now go to McDonald's and get a burger. That thing look real close. It almost looked like a real burger. It's kind of flat though. That's what gets you. You say, oh, this burger got more bread than meat. We talking a Big Mac. You ever opened up a Big Mac? That is a lettuce. It is a vegan burger. Put a quarter-size burger on the Big Mac. I did the measurements. I got a half a silver dollar. That was how big the burger was. I said this burger don't even fit the whole bun. This is not a Big Mac. This is one burger. This is a bunch of bread and one burger sliced in half. Stop playing with me. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun here. Oh my God, life is funny when you really pay attention to it. And so, like I said, they give us all the fake things you can think of, meaning everything in the city just fake. And most people never come to realize that. They just have to work and, do what they have to do according to them. They never become aware of the realities. Some of y'all have family members in jail. Jail's not real. They're just rotting away in it for no reason. It is not illegal for them to break out and run away. And the city owner made all of that up. If you go to slavery times, the plantation master had his acreage. However many acreages he had. And he built master's house on it. This is where he lived. This is like the White House before the plantation became the whole damn state. It's the beginnings. So maybe he had 50 acres. And he had his slaves working his property. Now they be picking cotton or whatever they doing. He gonna send this back to Europe. Develop places that already got stores and stuff. That's how he gonna make his money. He ain't gonna get his slaves nothing. He just gonna let them use whatever resources they need. But they gotta work to get things. And if they don't listen, he got a hot box out back. This is like on the movie Django. When the slave master asked Samuel Jackson where Hilda was, and he said she in the hot box. She been out there all goddamn day. Like that. The hot box is like jail on the plantation. Now, is that real truly? Yeah, it's real, because the plantation master make up whatever rules he want for his little property. And whoever on it, I guess, if they dumb enough to listen, they gotta listen. I don't know how it works, but you get it? The city ain't no different. They built the jails. They say whoever break the laws here gotta go in them. Now, the laws that they made ain't real laws in life. It's just laws they made up so that people could go to jail. Got people in jail for driving under the influence. But the city sell you the influence. So it's like entrapment. Like, you let me buy the beer. You even asked me for my ID. So you knew I was driving, nigga, because I gave you my driver's license. What are you going to say? Oh, I didn't know you could drive. Yes, you did, nigga. When you sold me this beer, I showed you my driver's license. So you knew I drove here, or you knew I was capable of driving. And that, when I crashed and killed all them people, how's it my fault? It's entrapment. That part. Now, anybody got killed by a drunk driver, I'm not trying to steal away from your glory, but I'm just saying none of that would ever even happen if niggas didn't come to the beautiful forest and start building roads and stuff. And this is why y'all can't grow no food or nothing, because there ain't no space. They took it all up to build, roads. Did that so y'all wouldn't grow nothing. Y'all might not go to work tomorrow if y'all can grow everything y'all buy out the supermarket. Say, what I need to go to work for? I could just work part-time now, because half my money go to food. If you ain't got to pay for that, then what, you feel me? And so they got all of that worked out. Meaning, this is why if you work a job, you say, I ain't never going to get rich at this job or any job. Yeah, because of that reason. Once you do, you're not going to come to work no more. How's the city going to work? That part. It's a deep thing. It's a deep trick. It's called sorcery. Where you brainwash people out and dumb them out. Where they don't even think of nothing. They just occupied. Meaning their mind is always occupied. That's what YouTube is about. To keep y'all minds occupied. They said YouTube isn't working fast enough. Let's make a TikTok. Something that just moves so fast. They won't ever even have the chance to think, period. So y'all get on TikTok and spinning through those videos. They like 5 seconds long. Y'all watch 1 million of them in a day. And then the whole day be gone. Then y'all be like, damn, I wasted my day. I ain't gonna do that tomorrow. Then you do it tomorrow. Because you got the notifications to let you know everything you missed. Because you're desperate. I'm just playing. You're desperate to know what's going on in TikTok land. And so you get my point? All of these sorceries is to just keep y'all busy. Like how the parent buy the kid a bunch of toys to keep them busy so they can go on, have their little party and do whatever they do as adults without you keep bothering them. That's how it is in the cities we live in. They just give y'all a bunch of stuff to get, distracted by and occupied. And that, you get it? When they giving y'all diseases and stuff, y'all don't notice it. You don't notice anything. They give y'all fake food, y'all don't notice it. Y'all say, no, this is a real burger. It's Beyond Meat. It's a vegan burger. Ain't no such thing as a vegetable burger. Where's the cheeseburger tree at? Where cheeseburgers just grow off this tree. Because in the day, y'all be like, this is a plant-based meat. Meat don't grow from plants, asshole. How can meat and plant even go together? This is when you know you lost your mind. Again, meat and vegetables are different. When you talking about I got a vegetable burger, you lost your mind. If you want to eat meat, just eat meat. Why are you making pretend meat with fake vegetables? Because I know you got a brain to know you cannot make grass look like a burger. They will give y'all a vegan burger. It is not the color of vegetables. I ain't even see a green burger yet. That part. They give y'all fake burgers and be like, this is a vegetable burger. It's plant-based. Ain't no such thing as plant meat. Where's the cheeseburger tree, like I said? Where's the tree where burgers is just growing off it? All you have to do is pick one, throw it on the grill, and nowhere. I'm saying that so you can grasp. Ain't no such thing as plant-based meat. These are two opposite things that don't go together. It's like saying I'll fake it till I make it. It's like getting fake titties and then saying I'm a real ass bitch. How? Your mind decided to get those fake titties. That means your mind, spirit, and body is fake. That part. How you both fake and real? And this is what I mean. You get lost in the society, you get completely dumb. In that, you got a plant-based burgers, plant-based meat. What you gonna say? The animals that make that meat was fed grass? Because all cows graze the grass like the buffaloes. So what are we talking about? Nothing. They are selling y'all fake food and they're naming it better than real food. You could be eating a real cheeseburger and a nigga will walk up to you with a fake burger talking about this is a vegan burger and it's more healthy. You don't have vegetable burgers. That doesn't even make sense. How'd they make those vegetables look like a burger? I suppose the process of doing that is what you call GMO, because I don't see it possible. How do I pick up some grass and turn it into vegan chicken? How? They got vegan birds flying around? Vegetable birds. Fucking flying carrots. Where's this at? Because I have to try it. Yeah, if you're a vegan, you ain't got to get mad at me. You can stay one. I wouldn't mind. Muslims love turkey bacon. You feel me? Ain't no turkey bacon. That is fake meat in the shape of bacon. But if you think there's turkey bacon, you're slow. There's just bacon, which is fat. You don't have to worry about what animal they came from. It wouldn't matter. It's just the fat portions thereof. Like it say in the Bible. the meat and the fat portions thereof, because bacon be good, you know. Nothing like a bacon egg sandwich, yeah. You feel me? Stop fronting. Sometimes I pull up the vegans. I pull up to the vegan brunch. I bust out a bacon egg and I say this pork. You know that's the meat they hate the most. It be beef bacon. I don't care. I lie. This is pork. And I see the disgust on their face. The true disgust is they be mad at they self. Like, damn, I remember when they stare at you. They be like, damn, I want some. That smells so good. Vegans be lying, talking about, I'm a vegan because my doo-doo smell better. Last time I smelled greens on the stove, it smelled like shit. I don't want to hold you. Pull up, you say, damn, grandma got them greens on the stove. Smell that? Woo, it stink. Somehow a vegan convinced themselves that the greens they eat don't stink. Don't stink to you. Just like the dude that eat meat, doo-doo don't stink to him. But let me tell you something. Any shit that ain't yours, oh my God, I wouldn't care if they was eating Jello only. It stank. It smell like soil. You know, this is where you're supposed to put your doo-doo back in the ground. To fertilize the soil. It's soil. But man shit in toilet bowl, because the city that you live in, they want all the resources. You know, doo-doo is a resource. If you boil doo-doo, then gas will come off it. And this is natural gas. Like, you know, like that bill y'all pay for. Your whole family just shitted in whatever they did. And all that shit fell into the boiler room and they stinked it. It's natural gas. If you say doo-doo ain't got nothing to do with gas, well then why do you fart out your ass? That's gas. It's stink. It's... You could strike a match. Or put a match by your booty. You kidding? You will blow the whole house up. Why you think they call it fart gas? That's that gas. That's that real gas. Not that stuff from the gas station. And so try to grasp. The city, they say, nah, we got nice porcelain bowls. You can sit your ass on that and let us collect that doo-doo. Now flush it down the toilet. The sewer system separate the doo-doo and the pee-pee from the clean water. Because they want that doo-doo and that pee-pee. That's a good resource. Good natural gas. Good natural gas. They charge y'all a hefty nickel for that. So you better not get lost. Y'all be collecting shit yourselves if y'all can resell it. So don't get confused. Don't say, oh, that sound crazy. Okay. You say, no, they do gas by burning down trees. Yeah, that's what they told you. Because if they told your ass, listen, man, put your shit in a pot and boil it like you do water. And the same way you see the vapor coming off the water when you're boiling it, you're going to see some coming off that shit. It's called gas. You can start a fire. You could start a whole fire with it, big baby, and you get it? You sell it to people. And so, y'all will be collecting all the shit y'all could if you knew you could sell it as gas. So, of course, they ain't tell y'all that. You say, no, Solace, the power plant is hot. Man, listen, if you don't snap out of them, the plants is how they make they fake vegan food. Let me stop bothering vegans and get back to the topic, because I done got way off track. But this is all good stuff anyway. It wouldn't matter if I got off track. Whatever I say is deep. So don't ever feel like you got cheated. This is a blessing. These deep jewels that I'm giving y'all. And so in the video I did called The Solution, I was saying that everybody have to come together and stop working. This is how you bring the city down. This is how you end the slavery. In that, everything that life has to offer, we all will have, you know, access to. But, you know, y'all don't listen. It's deep, too. Because y'all work and I don't. That's not a jab in the face. It's just a moment. It just hit me this moment. I never realized that. I'm the one that actually really did tell y'all that. Some of y'all been following me long enough. You know, everybody was telling y'all to get businesses, and I was the one saying, no, buy land. That's where all that come from. The buy land stuff and work is slavery, that all come from me, but it's a video called The Solution. It had to do with, like, ending how the city be, you know, slaving us out, making us work our lives away instead of living our lives and having access to everything that we want. If you want to build yourself a house right here, you should be able to, because why not? If you know how to build, there's trees around, chop them down, take the wood, the same way they did before they put it in Home Depot. You just take what you need, build your house. You're not going to the extreme of Home Depot, where you killing whole forests. You're just going to chop down a tree or two or whatever you need to build up. Now you got yourself beautiful riverfront. But that's illegal, even though it really ain't. You get it? Who told us, the person that owned the city, that they could take all this extra space? And so like that, I'm not saying you should do that. You'll go to jail, but I'm just saying that's the reality we live in. And we live that reality because everybody work. Meaning all the slaves is slaving over the slaves. The cops is just workers like y'all. Like that. If you don't pay your light bill, it's a regular civilian just like yourself that work at the light company that's going to shut your shit off. You get it? We doing everything against one another for the city owners, and you get my point? If everybody stopped doing their work for the city, just work for each other and make sure each other get, you know, our fair share, nobody would be slaves, but everyone wants to compete against each other, and you get my point? Imbalances and dishonor. So you could say the people did it to themselves by being greedy and things like that. And so he said, when you get off track, you still tracking. That's deep. That is powerful right there. But that's the reality we live in. And so I'm the one that told y'all we all just gotta, you know, sacrifice and not work. Now, when I said this to y'all, you get it? I was pretty much handicapped from work. And I already came to mind. I wasn't going back. I was going to go through whatever sufferings I needed to, but I wasn't going to give no city work not an ounce of my time again. And so you get it? When I was telling y'all we all got to quit our jobs, I already was on that path. When you're doing things like that by yourself, it's rough. Meaning if I told all y'all take a stand, quit your job right now, but you the only one that did it, shit gonna be rough for you till you find your way. This is me in that time when I'm telling y'all this. Now, none of y'all took that stand. Y'all just said, fuck this nigga. We gonna steal his wisdom and do what we want with it. And so you get my point? It's deep when I look back now, because I'm able to do everything I told y'all. Y'all still work. Some of y'all wasn't working then, but you do now. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to take care of yourself. I'm just, you know, how things turn out is quite strange when you reflect back. Eligio and all the people that stole from me, they in jail. Shit just deep when you know? If you ever take a moment to think back, and you thinking back on the true narrative of events that happened over the past 8 years of my teaching from when I first came to now, that shit cold-blooded when I think back. All y'all that did me wrong, y'all in jail and shit, or worse, or in a bad place. The beautiful life I was telling y'all we all could have access to, where we don't have to wake up and be working, but y'all could do things with y'all time y'all like and still have everything that everybody else have. And y'all ignored all that shit. But that's a reality for me though, for real. And so you get it? That shit is deep when you think about it. Nothing I say is ever like, you know. The truth is ever present. So whatever thing I ever told y'all that's good for y'all, the truth always present. Meaning the truth ain't like a lie where it got an expiration date. You better do this before this time or forget it. Truth and love don't move on that accord. Whatever was said to you is still good forever until you do it. Like, but you have to come together in groups and do things like that. You can't take a stand by yourself. Well, you can, but you get my point. It's gonna be real rough. But my message was like in groups, and that the group can take care of each other. There's resources everywhere. All you have to do is know how to make everything you buy. Everything you buy is made. You just lack that wisdom. But you get my point? I was talking on a mass scale, meaning if everybody that live in the city and work in the city just stopped doing their job, there would not be nothing that the city could do. What, they gonna evict y'all? Whoever coming to evict y'all work like y'all. But remember, everybody that work for the city in any way don't work no more. The city wouldn't be able to do nothing. You say, Silas, how I'm gonna pay my cable bill? Everybody quit. So that means even those civilians that work at the cable company quit. They the ones gonna cut your cable off, but they quit. Everybody quit. The city used the civilians to do things to the civilians. But if all the civilians quit, the city over with. That part. You say, Silas, what if I just walk in Walmart and take the food I want? I don't think it's gonna be no workers there to stop you. And the city owner damn sure ain't about to come in there, and cops is civilians that work for the city, but they ain't gonna be working either. They gonna realize I'm a civilian just like the civilians, and we all quitting our job for the city, and we just gonna utilize everything that's already here. That part. Y'all apartments and houses ain't gonna go nowhere. The car you driving in, the car note that you paying, like that. You don't pay the car note no more. The car ain't gonna go nowhere. Who gonna repossess it? Everybody quit. Everybody woke up and said, we done with this. We quit. Like that. I was telling y'all that in that video, the solution. That was about 8 years ago when I first started. That's where the land buying and all that come from. If you wondering, y'all be getting lost in the ego talk. It be robbing y'all of the truth. You hear anybody, you see Lil Boosie and them buying land. That come from me. There's nobody that told y'all that prior. There's people that had land. There's people that had land left to them, but nobody knew what to do with it. Or nobody was telling anybody, like, get land. Y'all was saying get businesses, get black-owned businesses. And when I came, I said, that's stupid, get land. Then y'all said, that's stupid. Well, we gonna be Little House on the Prairie? This is what y'all said to me. So it's funny to me when I watch how all of y'all are promoting land, but y'all the same ones that told me, that's stupid. That's like Little House on the Prairie. That's when I gave y'all all those examples. I said you could walk around butt naked on your land. You can't walk around butt naked in your city. You could grow all the fruit trees you want on your land. You ain't got no fruit trees in your city, and if you try to grow one, you're gonna go to jail. And that's where the horse came from when I said y'all ride y'all cars through y'all in the city, but y'all could be riding on real animals in y'all land. Y'all stole all that I said. And do you see my point? Like how things turned out? Now I'm more slaved out now than y'all was before I gave y'all those jewels. Those jewels had to do with us coming together and taking a stand. Not individuals stealing the wisdom and trying to make themselves look bigger than life. And this is where your Alicios and all of that come from. Alicio was teaching before me. If you wondering, like, he fronting. Alicio was teaching before me. Y'all was all here before me. Y'all could have did whatever before I came. And niggas ain't did nothing till I came. Think on that. That part. Polite ain't go to Hollywood. Pharaoh ain't do nothing. Alicio he was sleeping on the floor in Atlanta. When I came, y'all started doing stuff. But y'all was stealing my wisdom and shit like that. And then when you fast forward, you get my point? There's no honor in dishonor. It's nothing good to come out of dishonor. You want to stay balanced. Because I see a lot of y'all youngsters be saying, I don't see the point of being honorable. You must not be looking at niggas going to jail and dying all around you. Because y'all got a bunch of rappers that's dead. I don't see how you think our dishonorable people are winning something. Because all they winning is death from the way I see it. Are they losing their time? And so it's a deep thing. I'm not saying it in a bad way. In regards to like Eligio. He exploited the wisdom, but he contacted me when he was gonna leave because he was telling me to come. But I'm like, nah, I got a family and shit. I got kids. Eligio crazy. He say he got kids too, but fuck that. But I ain't like that. You get it? I'm more hands-on with mine. So I'm like, nah, I can't just up and pack and fucking go. Like, that ain't gonna work. I'm different. I gotta have my affairs in order, nigga. And so you get it? It's not in a negative way. I don't want you to get lost like that. I gave him whatever Jews I could when he go on his way, and he did invite me. I don't want you to look at it like that. It was like malicious, but just not sticking to the honor of things. He kind of went out there and did a whole bunch of dumb shit that don't got nothing to do with wisdom. It don't have nothing to do with the point. It don't have nothing to do with the purpose of us teaching. So I'm speaking from that perspective, not him doing it. I want y'all to do whatever I tell y'all to do. It's going to benefit y'all. If y'all exploit it out, it's going to defile y'all at some point. But, you get it? Whatever I tell y'all to do, do it. I just hope y'all keep it honorable for your own self's sake. Because once you get imbalanced and start doing dishonorable things, you're going to bring yourself down. And so overall, that's what happened to most of the teachers that y'all watch. They lose their balance. They forget their purpose. I would prefer Polite to still have that fake tattoo on his eye with all them niggas standing behind him. You get it? I would prefer him be like that. On his own land with all them people doing whatever he do. As opposed to going to Hollywood. You see how Hollywood works? It ain't even got nothing to do with rappers. A nigga could be a teacher and go to Hollywood, then the nigga end up with a rape case in jail. Like, y'all don't see the irony in none of this? Like, oh shit, that is true. You could go to Hollywood to be a waiter at a job and end up with a rape. You can end up with whatever a Hollywood star got once you go to Hollywood. You don't even have to be a Hollywood star. I'm saying that because a lot of y'all got aspirations to go to Hollywood. I would pay attention and learn. That's all I can tell you. Sometimes it's better to be still. A lot of y'all need to learn that. Appreciate where you are. Because that unappreciation that you have is with you. Meaning wherever you go, you ain't going to appreciate it and you ain't going to be ready to go because, you get it? It's with you. But there's times to move on from things. And then there's a thing called desire and doing too much before you should. And so a lot of people lost on that. And that, they find themselves bouncing and ping-ponging all over the place. Instead of fulfilling their time wherever they are. And you know, if y'all look at it like that, let's say you live in the projects or the worst place you could think of right now, you like, I got to go. You got to relax. You can't say where the glory in life needs you to be. You don't view yourself as a glorious thing that's here to fulfill your glories. You might be in the lowest place, but you the sunshine there. And they need you to be there until you fulfill your goddamn glories, which is to get them people in good spirits where they start doing more than what they been doing. You got people that go to jail and they are the life in there. They got niggas in there going to college. They got niggas that never smiled in a decade. They made the nigga laugh. Like that. You got dudes that went to jail. They helped a dude in there that ain't speak to his family in decades get back with his family. And the nigga did 10 years just to fulfill that one thing being glorious. And so y'all have to get there where y'all grasp these things. Y'all have personality. Y'all have things beyond money. And you know the fake shallow shit y'all push out. Y'all got real experiences, and like I said, most of y'all are lights, are sunshine in some of the darkest environments. And it's gonna darken you out a little bit while you there. But if you kinda, you get it, can grasp everybody where they need to be for a reason, then you make the most of where you are. You get my point? It'd be more clear for you where you are. If you a funny and happy person, you have to know your glory is to spend time in some of the gloomiest places. Not letting that gloom overtake you, but you transcending it. That's the point of you being there. See, even the sun set into the night, like that. The light got to be in the darkest place it can be. You can view it as here's the darkness. And when that sun rays to here, make for life for us. I suppose the sun don't want to be here with us, but it fulfill its duties. It fulfill its glories. And so we the same. You get it? Now look at yourself from the superficial. Y'all don't look at yourselves for like what y'all have to offer. You get it? I look at myself for like what I got to offer. Not like the superficial. But like, I got wisdom, so I can help you with that. I got experience on things, I can help you with that. You know what? Teach somebody how to fish type of thing instead of dragging them along. And this is our glories in life, the kind of touch and affect everybody we come into contact with in a positive way. If we can. Of course, it ain't going to be that way, but you get it? That has to be the intentions. Because like I said, y'all all have a character, a pure personality before it was tainted by whatever you didn't like. And something in life happened to you, it kind of threw you off course. Maybe you was real happy and jokey, and you got betrayed, or something happened that kind of, like Tupac said, you're going to see some shit here that's just going to make it hard for you to smile. And some people stay like that. Meaning everybody going to get to that place in life where they see some shit where it make it hard for you to smile after. Where you like, I just don't understand. Like, how the hell can that be real? Some of y'all got things y'all parents or y'all children may have done to you where you like, I just don't understand how a child or a parent could do that. I mean, like that. You're going to see things in this life that's going to make it hard for you to smile, but you can't get stuck there. You get stuck there, you lose parts of your personality. You got to look at it like everybody started out as the happy baby, you know, smiling all hard with gums showing, no teeth, nothing. It's gum and slob. Running around the house, ass naked, pamper full of shit, feeling good. This is a lesson from nature. You don't even have to look at this as me. This is a nature lesson. And the nature show you that. The babies is born, they got shit on their ass, no clothes, no teeth. They ain't got nothing. All the shit you take for granted and you truly like, you know, hold as personal value, like y'all teeth. Baby don't even got that. Baby ain't even got access to its arm or legs to even move itself about. A baby is the pinnacles of what y'all would call a human that should kill itself. Meaning if you were grown up right now and you would like a newborn baby, that would be your mindset. Shit, what is the point of even being alive? I cannot move my arms, my legs. I can't speak. I can't do nothing but just sit here and make whining sounds. And this how babies start. And it don't keep the baby down. The baby be sitting there gaggling and googling and shit in good spirits. It don't bother it not one bit. And baby running around the house with shit in its ass. It don't bother it. You could buy a 3-year-old reject shoes. They don't care. They love them. They put that right on their foot. No pride there. Just appreciation. You give a little baby a grape. They start smiling all hard. They love you. Thank you. They won't say thank you, but you could tell from whatever you get the baby and you put it in his mouth. They hold you at high admiration. They hold you in high honor. They say, they want more too. They stick their tongue out. More. Give me more. Be a friend. So this is the spirit of everybody as a baby. Meaning we all started off smiling, man, appreciating every little piece of thing we got. Some of y'all got some Ninja Turtle shoes back in the day. Those is whole rejects. You loved them things. You ain't had that ego and that pride to say, why would you buy me some goddamn Payless Ninja Turtles? Like that. We rob our kids of these things when we put like, like they say, ignorance is bliss. So we put our kids up on fashion or let them know like what the in crowds and all of that. And that kind of rob a little bit from them, from their natural personality. This is all of us. But I'm saying that so y'all can grasp, y'all all have a natural personality and character, and this thing is a light. Depending on the situation. You get my point? I'm really wise. You may be really funny. Some of y'all just really understanding. Like, people can vent to you and shit and tell you the craziest shit. And you may struggle with that. Where you like, why people keep telling me the worst shit? I don't know. They probably feel comfortable with you where you like, I don't know. You honorable to them, so they say she ain't gonna say shit or he ain't gonna say shit to nobody. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off my chest. And it got to do with their own personal affairs. And everybody got their own character, and it helped them make for a purpose for something like like a job in nature, so to say. Most people lose their way from their experiences. This experience be bad, it changed the character. Y'all don't have the same character y'all did as 7-year-old kids. That done changed. But your light and your glory is there still, but you got all that change on the top of it, so to say. And you have to get back there. Find self, so to say. But my point of saying all I was saying was, overall, everything we go through, any unfairs that the city put on us, it just got to do with our not working together and kind of grasping, the civilians ain't the power. The 99%, I don't care if your ass work in the White House, you get it? You a civilian. And Trump a civilian. Obama civilian. I mean like that, when everybody truly realize, hold on, we all just serving and falling into status under one glorious power, and we don't even know what it is and who it is. Y'all all just in y'all positions, ruling over what's beneath y'all, never truly knowing like what is the one and only that we all truly working for. That part. You got presidents of America, but what's the power that they truly work for? Because the president change every 4 years. And that you got to know the president ain't a real power. He just a face card. But what's the real power? Some of y'all may say, man, the government or the senator. Yeah, but who they serve, because they just civilians too. We see them as little kids before they become adults and get that job. So they definitely civilians. So who is the power that run the place? Like that. Y'all all just fell into y'all comfort zones, y'all own little personal statuses, and in that y'all rule whatever's beneath y'all and don't question what's above y'all. But everybody getting the same imbalances or unfairness because y'all allow yourselves to be separated like that. Not sure if that makes sense, but if you at the bottom of the barrel, I know it makes hella sense to you. If you at a high position or have a high status, then I'm sure it don't to you, but you go through the same thing that the person at the low go through because you have orders above you too. And so you get it? When everybody become aware of these things and start working together, kind of understanding we the 99% and the 1% is just some fat ass family at the top, One family, probably fat as shit. That's what they call King's disease. When you got people to do everything for you so much, you just get fat and weak. kings used to suffer from that, you know, King Tut, niggas like that. And get all fat and handicapped because they ain't got to do nothing for themselves. They don't even walk. The slaves pick them up and carry them around. They grown though. You get it? That make your legs weak. In that, you could say everybody you see in society in today's time is suffering from King's disease, meaning y'all have more than y'all need, enough to defile yourselves. Y'all don't have enough food to last y'all the day. Y'all have enough food to last y'all the month, but y'all eat it in a week. Like that. Y'all don't have to get up and hunt food for the day, and that y'all savor that food. There's no overeating because that's the catch for the day, and that got to last for the day. Y'all like glorious kings. Y'all got food for the month. You get it? And that you might eat it all in a day. You got enough to make yourself humongous. You got enough to kill yourself. Like that. That's called King's disease. Rappers suffering from that. If they was broke in the hood, they could just drink 1 cup of lean per day. But because they got it like that, they could drink enough lean in one day to kill themselves. So when you bless with a lot, you want to always make sure there's discipline involved, because with the blessing is a curse, meaning that blessing give you enough power to take your own self out, depending on how, you know, lost you can get in your ego or your ways. And so you get a lot, you want to take a moment before you get to diving into that new lot. You want to make sure, you know, you kind of remember things like that. I have enough now to put myself in worse predicaments than I could ever fathom before. You follow? Look at your lack as a blessing, because your desires is what's going to kill you. I'm not saying don't have desires. You got to get to that place when you do. When you fulfill your desires enough to where you come to realize, man, that shit is just a circle. I want something, I get it, then I want new shit now because this is old now. It's just a game in the mind. You get it? You just stuck in games. And that a man buy the same Jordans every year, different color, till he die. Like, some of y'all been buying Jordans since you was born. You 30 now, you still. You bought all the Jordans 4 times, just different colors every year. You get it? You come to realize, like, man, desire is just gonna keep me stuck and lead me to my death. Like that. You got a drug habit. You're having a lot of money. It's just gonna make that habit even more accessible to you. And now you kill yourself. You know that DMX thing. At anybody famous, you know that. You know? Fuck they selves up in perspective because of their wealth. And so if you going through hardship or lacking times, you got to always know that's the glory right there, giving you your moment. You probably need it. You're about to kill yourself out this motherfucker, you know? You don't know when you gonna die, so you can't say when you gonna kill yourself. If that if that makes sense, you get my point? You don't know when you gonna fall into sleep, so you can't say like shit deep. You don't know the moment you gonna die, so you don't know what you gonna do to bring it there. And that you got to know the life control that, so it's gonna control, you know? It's gonna put you in situations to where you don't kill yourself. This is what y'all call poverty. Some of y'all got injured at work. That's the deep part, so listen closely. Some of y'all got injured at work because all you do is work all the goddamn time. You trying to get all the goddamn overtime, and you need a break. That part. You need to sit your ass down for a second. And you get my point? You've been working since you was 14 out this month. Some of y'all, you've been working since 14 years old, never really had a break. You had to break your damn leg at work to get a break. And even then, you was thinking about how to get back to work. And the life, no, man, that job gonna be the death of you. It's gonna be why you die at 60 instead of 100 when you was. And so y'all gotta respect y'all moments of stillness, y'all moments of, lack, poverty. It's a different kind of wealth. You get it? That other wealth, it's good, but that wealth belongs to the desires, and the desires is what's gonna bring you down. You gotta look at the poverty as that's what's gonna bring you up. You get my point? And so, a lot of y'all ain't have a lot. Y'all be eating the bare minimum food. And that bare minimum food is probably the best, closest to natural food that there is. All them high price foods and all this bougie stuff. Beyond meats and vegetable burgers and even real meats. You get it? Stuff ain't pure. That meat you bought out the supermarket, that animal ain't get killed in the back right before you bought it. That animal been dead. You don't know how old that meat is. I mean like that. You got a lot to kill yourself with, like a lot of options, to defile yourself out. And so you want to get to a place where you appreciate and respect the good times and the bad times. It's like daytime and nighttime. It's like awake and sleep. When y'all sleep, y'all enjoy that just as much as y'all do being awake. They go together to y'all. Like, if I'm gonna be awake, I need a little bit of sleep too. Like, you get it? It's a perfect marriage, but it's the ups and downs, and those ups and downs don't stop. Like, you're coming to wake is like a up, and you're going into sleep is like a down, but that transcend over into other experiences. Moments when you up and moments when you down, but you gotta appreciate the downs, because this is where y'all get y'all thoughts together, y'all ideas together, and y'all selves together. Peace and wisdom, boss man. Enlightenment asks me, what's your wish or fulfillment? What is your heart's desire? I don't have desires or I don't have opinions, and y'all have an ego, like I was explaining. So you get my point? It's like I said, you are where you are for a reason. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You just appreciate where you are, and you make the best of your time. So to me, the glory created all these circumstances. Now I teach y'all, and that will be till it ain't. But none of this don't have nothing to do with me. I just have to show up and fulfill whatever my glory is. Maybe y'all need a little roughness and wisdom. I wouldn't know. However my personality is, I suppose y'all need it, whoever come to get it. And you get my point? But I don't look at it like there's something that I'm supposed to fulfill. Whatever I'm supposed to fulfill ain't my business. A chicken runs around, and the way they feet are made, they till the soil. They don't know what they doing. They just running around to them. That's how we are. We all created how we are, and we all fulfill a glory that ain't truly none of our business. You get my point? But this is, when you further on your path of wisdom, and you have an understanding of, true God, and, what I'm basically calling the glory. When you get an understanding of these things, then you kind of grasp, you have no control, and all your problems come from your trying to control. And when you learn that, you just respect where you are, knowing that life moves and you will be moved. You get my point? A lot of y'all like to move on your own, then you find yourself back where you were. That's how you would know, like, I must have moved or tried to control things on my own, and I should have just waited and fulfilled wherever I was. It's like escaping from jail, then eventually getting brought back. You should have just, you get it? Happiness, peace, and everything y'all like in life is within self, and that wherever you are, if you can grasp negativity or positivity is with you, it wouldn't matter where you are. You get my point? Y'all can get along a lot better. I'm just a humble soul. But a lot of y'all are blind to that. So you get it, I'm sitting by the riverside. A fly cute nigga like me supposed to be in the, you get it? I'm supposed to be in the city right now, pulling. But you get it? I'm a humble soul. And that, you get it? I sit by the riverside, relax, reflect. I've done so much. There's a lot to, reflect on. You don't have to get lost. I'm only here for the video and only probably gonna be here for the video, but the small moments. I'll take a moment and just stop wherever I'm at. And you get it? Savor the moment. Usually there's no camera or no kickstand with me, so to say. And that, I ain't gonna be holding the phone and all that weird stuff. I ain't got time for it, but if I got my kickstand with me, y'all get a moment. But it's about, avoiding your desires and, shedding your own perspective in your own, that's the ego or the I. You want to kind of, you live in a life you didn't make. So when you try to control every aspect of your life, it's kind of like trying to control something you ain't had no hand in creating, so you don't know how it works. And that you're going to always mess it up. Most of y'all that find yourselves in good places, it usually happen when you let go. And you say, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, you know how Christians do? That little statement they got is true. And usually most people make it to wherever they are or find themselves in good places after they reach that point where they just said, I can't do it on my own and I'm done. I'm finished. Then things kind of transcend over for them. So, so you'll come to realize you just be thankful for the good times and you do all you can do while you in the good times without defiling yourself out. You savor a little bit for the bad times. And when those bad times come, you get it, it's like day and night. It's not to look at it like, oh, the bad times is here. The bad times is the reflecting times and learning times. It's not bad times. We speaking of the lacking times where you don't have. It's the truth times to show you like who true to you. Because you have people that's just around you because of who they think you may be or what you can offer them. So all is taken from you so you can see for yourself what's what. You get it? It's a good thing if you have an eye to grasp. You will be made glorious and many things will attract to you, but they ain't all good. And you will lose that glory or the light of it just to see who is really just there for the light are there for the glory. The glory is you. And all that extra shit that attract people to you, that's just the light. And that you get to see like what's real, what's not, who real, who fake. A lot of times, y'all fall to y'all lows and the people that's around you when you at your lows, they may not be the people you want. And then when you get back to your highs, you kind of kick them to the side and you get back into your high thing, and you get back to the fake and the phony ones that kind of left you hanging. And so you get it, it's about when you fall to your lows and you come back out of it, you bring out whoever was with you there. You get it? You let them know, no, you here with me. Fuck all the goofies. And that's what that's about. Every time you shed, you come back out with what stuck with you. And that they get their glory too, which is deserved, because they ain't just ride with you because of what you had or what you look like or this or that. It's just because you solid like that. And so you just want to grow into that, where you kind of realize, when I have an abundance, it's for me to do the same like when I don't have an abundance. Y'all personality is better when y'all need people. Not y'all, you could say me too, I suppose. If I had less than I have now, I might be a little nicer. I can't say I wouldn't be. You know? And it's about acknowledging those things and, kind of remembering that. In that, you put effort in, to be nicer. Or whatever the case may be, whatever you see you lack on. But we want to respect both sides. Both sides is here to serve you if you know how to allow them to work. Meaning every aspect of life is here to serve you, even the things you view as horrible. But you get my point? Man don't realize only thing work against himself is himself. Everything else is working with him. The night is working with him. The day is too. The only thing working against him is himself and his decisions. Night here to serve y'all so y'all get rest. Day here to serve y'all so y'all can be up and do what y'all need to do. And they both here to serve you. It's what you do. That's what fuck you over. And so, man, get to a place where he realized life already has its plan or it already spinning wheel. And I keep trying to control the spin of the wheel instead of just, let life do what it do and you just work on you. You follow? You just make sure you the best you. So therefore, whatever life got for you, you get my point? You be your best when you arrive. If you fall into your lows, you want to be your best you there. Because you there to serve the lows. You're not a part of the lows. You just there to serve the lows, meaning you everybody that fall to their lows ain't start there. You failed off. That mean you was needed in the off. And you ain't gonna be there forever. But maybe when you leave there, you get it? Well, make you be somebody and get it how you get it. They needed that. If that makes sense to you. Some of y'all get money people and you know how to do your thing, but you had a hardship. Found yourself in the lowest place. Them people there needed you. You got hella Jews up there and you know how to do your thing and they was watching you. And when you left that place and got back on your feet, about 8, 9 motherfuckers did too. And they would have never did that had you never came. Like that. You can't say where you need to be and where you are for whatever reason, but make the best of where you are and kind of be aware of your presence in the place, because y'all all have a glory, You just have to be secure with yourself. If y'all secure when y'all go through y'all hardship, then y'all light will still shine through, because y'all will view it like material things don't make me a glorious person. That's just a decoration. And that when y'all at y'all lowest points, y'all still be the glorious things y'all are. Kind of like y'all are when y'all was struggling to get out of hardship. When LeBron James was trying to become a famous basketball player, his afro was all crooked and unshaped up, and the dude looked quite poor. But he showed up to the game. And it wouldn't matter how crooked his afro was. You get it? That shit didn't interfere with his game and his confidence in what he was. Like that. It don't matter how low you are. Your glory is your glory, and can't nobody rob you of that. Your afro could be as crooked as it is. If you nice, and that's that. You could play football, it don't matter if you got on the fucked up cleats and your shit is all fucked up. If you nice like that, you better know they gonna be like, we need him on the team. We got to figure this out. And that's how life go. When you put your glory first, you know? And don't get lost in how you look, but how you perform at what you do. Wouldn't give a fuck how you look. You get nobody gonna care. They gonna be like, I wanna hear that again or I wanna see that again. And so don't never forget that. Your talent, whatever it may be, that should hold more merit than any gift or any material item you could think of. You follow? I don't remember Malcolm X Carr and Martin Luther King Carr. Y'all remember them. Like that. And Michael Jackson was fly as shit. And I don't remember his diamond out socks or none of that. Y'all just remember the name. That's what held worth. Just the name and the image. And so y'all got to grasp y'all all like that. It wouldn't matter what y'all decorate yourselves with. That's why I tell y'all, wisdom ain't no costume party. How you look don't matter. You know how y'all be acting like I'm supposed to look a certain way. How I look wouldn't matter. The talent is the talent, and y'all still show up because of that. And their attitude don't even be on proper all the time, but the talent, you get it? Like that. Your goods outweigh your bads, and don't ever let nobody think otherwise. You follow? Look at it like that. If you think like Solid's got a bad attitude, my good wisdom, it outshine the shit out of that. You get it? And that ain't to say that don't need to get worked on, but it's to say, like, you get my point? The glory is always the glory. Some of y'all don't look up the part. Maybe you got a hell of a voice better than Beyonce, but you built like Shaq. Your voice. And you better not never forget. You better not never forget that. Because you got some chicks out here could sing, where tears start coming in your eyes. That's how, when you're dealing with singing and sound, when a person could touch your emotions, you're dealing with a whole different kind of talent. Meaning if you ever heard somebody sing, and you kind of felt a little watery, like, oh shit, they hitting that note so good to open my eyes because I'm about to drop a tear. That mean they cold-blooded with their voice. You get it? They could penetrate through the flesh into your soul. That's when you talking like, you might be listening to me right now and you like, nigga, you got me about to shed a tear. That's that skill. Like, ain't nothing more powerful than the sound. And get my point? The sound got conscious in it on its own. That's why music, you gotta be careful with it. Meaning you put that drill music on, then you learn. And music got its own personality, its own consciousness. You put that drill music on, y'all get the bopping, you get it? Next thing y'all know, y'all get the mumbling like you a drill rapper. You don't even need to know the drill words. It give you words. I'm trying to get y'all to see that. If I play a drill beat right now, you niggas will get the mumbling, even those of y'all that don't rap. Because the sound is bringing you there. Like, shit, I'll just put some words with this thing. You get it? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You I put a drill trap beat on right now. Just a new beat. One of y'all favorite rappers gonna use it. But ain't no words put to it yet. Man, the beat already got the words already. The beat is a consciousness. Not play that beat, y'all gonna all bop y'all head or have similar mannerisms. And it has to do with the music. You get my point? You can be a ballet dancer, but if I put on a trap beat, you will see her posture and the way she bopping things like that change. You follow? The beat itself is conscious. It control y'all like a snake. It control y'all movement. Put that trap beat on, y'all start getting hype. Y'all start walking with more pep in y'all step, feeling tougher, and put y'all on demon time. When y'all have that mindset, I don't give a fuck. This shit right here hitting. In that, you could be a choir girl, but if the beat is played for you, even you gonna get a little, you get it, it go deep. And this is your sound alchemy, y'all, you know? Nothing more powerful than sound. I was doing a one-on-one the other day, and I explained to, the student that there's different levels of sound. You see how sound can control how y'all bop y'all head? You got sound that can control what you say. You follow? And if you listen to trap beats, you will see the difference between those beats and, let's say, when Crisscross came out with Jump, Jump. There's a big difference between the beats of now and the beats of my day when I was a little kid. And the difference in the beats is levels. Music has a controlling aspect to it, and its levels to this, or potencies to it. Jump Jump ain't as potent as the beats y'all use now. The beats y'all use now, they come with consciousness. It make y'all want to rap how y'all do. Where y'all can't help but to say, like, I'ma shoot this nigga in his head with my stick. You get it? The beat itself got a consciousness already, and once you play it, most people hear a drill beat, they say, like, I don't want to say nothing but the drill shit, because that's what sound right. Like that. The beat itself already come with a mind, or put the mind on a vibration. Once the mind on that vibration, the words will come to the mind. Like that. You got more extreme levels than that, where I could play you a beat and play a person that you never seen in life the same beat, and y'all will say the same words. The words come with the beat. Meaning, so on your highest levels of sound having to do with hertz, frequency, but on your highest levels of understanding sound can control and take over the whole consciousness of a person. In that way, where I could play you a beat, and the beat is conscious and got words with it already. I'm not saying I play you an instrumental with words in it. I'm saying I play you a blank instrumental, and you start filling in the words yourself. But if I play that same beat for somebody that never seen you, they gonna fill in the words they self, and y'all gonna say the same thing. Like magic. Like, how did that happen? Like that. The beat is conscious itself. It already have its words with it. Once you hear the beat, the words come into your mind with the beat. Specific words. And I play that beat for another person that never heard the beat, never seen you or heard what you said, and they will say the same exact thing you said. Almost like whoever hears the beat will sing that same song, word for word, never having heard it. You have beats that have that frequency and power in them, where they can overtake y'all conscious, and y'all will all just say the same shit, not knowing, like, how that even happened. And so music go deeper and deeper and deeper, meaning we gonna come to a time where y'all gonna be like that. Y'all gonna be listening to just tones like boo, but these tones gonna be so powerful, they gonna come with sounds and words that's not written down. They just come with the tone. Whoever hear the tone, they just say whatever. It's deep. I don't know how to explain it all the way. I just know, like, I'm deep level scientist, so I understand sounds and the many levels of them and the abilities of the sounds. View sound as consciousness that want word. View sound as silent conscious. doesn't have the ability to speak, but all the thought and idea lies there. All it needs is a mouth. That's y'all. Sound itself being a consciousness, it can take over your consciousness. It don't have lips, you do. And that, you get it? You play the drill beat, it don't matter who listen to it, they start rhyming like in that negative way. And there's levels above that. You play this specific beat, whoever hear it, they just say the same thing, having never heard what the last person said, but they all just saying the same thing for some reason. And you got sound that go beyond that, where y'all will all just do the same thing. Play this beat, whoever hear it will dive out the window and kill themselves. It's just something in the tone, drive them mad. Like that sound is dangerous if you know the many levels of it. It's just like substances. If you understand chemistry and mixing substances, you know that thing can go dark. Like real dark. And so everything's like that. You have levels. And so it's a deep thing. There's levels of sound. That's why I say when y'all listening to music, and be careful. I listen to certain kind of music. If you ever tuned in here and you notice that. Like, dude, don't ever listen to music with words. Too much power in the word. A person's words is person, because it's coming from their consciousness. Their consciousness being them as person. I'm speaking right now, I'm a person. My words is coming from my consciousness, which is the person. And that my words are alive like the consciousness they come from. And that when I speak to you, whatever I say stick in your head. Now, if what I say is negative, it will stick in your head and haunt you later. If it's positive, so it's the same. But you get my point? And that y'all hear a lot when y'all outside. Meaning y'all hear a lot of people talking. This is their personality or they person entering your head. And it make for all the chatter of your mind later. The arguing with yourself, the indecisiveness with yourself, where if you sit down, you like, damn, I feel like it's a bunch of people that live in my head. You wake up, you say, I want to wear this, then you change your mind and say, nah, I think I should wear this. How'd that happen? You one person. How you decide to do something, then change your mind? If you one person, how that happen? That part. You got other personalities in your head. You have other perspectives in your head, and they like to argue with you. So when you decide, I'm going to wear this, then you say, nah, I think I'm going to wear different shoes with this. That part. You let a lot of perspective in your head, it haunt you later. You follow? And that, when y'all listening to people and listening to music, y'all are bringing perspective and person into your mind. Now, you as a mind and that thing as a mind have all the room and space to argue. You view it as self. That's why I say y'all have to all have a sound fast. Many other things I teach, but you get it? You can start there. Give yourself a break from hearing so much. People's perspective get planted in y'all mind, and it becomes person in there. Sometimes it overtake your own self. Next thing you know, y'all be on completely different paths than y'all intended to be. So just be mindful of these things, you know, especially if you're young. You don't wanna mess with your psyche so much. You want to keep things as positive as you can, because the mind is manifesting the reality. And so if the mind is positive, the reality will be positive. You get my point? If the mind is negative, the thoughts gonna be negative. Let's say you in here and you jealous of me or you envious of me, so you say he think he better than us. Can't think like that. Let somebody else think they better than you for their own self. You don't never need to think nothing negative for nobody. Meaning you don't ever need to form any negative thoughts on your own in your own mind space. And whatever negative thoughts you may hear outside of yourself, you don't have to allow it in. You can hear it, but you get it? You don't have to allow it in. Once you do, you get my point? You create the chatter of the mind, and this is where you become indecisive. This is when y'all be having arguments with yourselves, but of course y'all have somebody else in mind where you like, I would have did this and that, and you like that. Y'all be arguing with yourselves, but it be other people and other experiences that y'all just reliving in the moment. And you get my point? And when they have positive things that you're kind of acting and reliving out emotionally when you're alone, so you can get more manifestations of that. Y'all get frustrated when y'all alone, and then y'all manifest more frustration for the self. And so all is simple, you know, a little emotional control, you know, in a little space, you know, to give yourself some time. You can't be drowned out in the things that's causing your problems, so to say. Is this making sense? I'm not sure if y'all grasping, but hopefully y'all taking this and putting it in the back pocket. I know it's not, you know, the topic so much. I guess I may have to come back this evening, you know, from the casa and do that and explain to y'all in depth how aliens are demons, but I was gonna say this is more important, but it ain't. That's important, but they hold equal merit. And I have to depart in a minute because I'm getting hungry and dehydrated and dried out, you know. Boss man said I'm all ears. I don't understand, but salam. Oh, I'm all ears. Salam. Peace and wisdom. Thanks, brother. Yeah, hit the like button if you haven't. I appreciate that. And so a lot of y'all need to snap out of society so much where you kind of looking at all the glorious things in society. The material things don't make you glorious. Your talent, your personality, and you get it, you is what will make you glorious. And that's what will get you all the things that you hold as glory. I'm saying that because this generation, y'all don't have no talents, but y'all have a desire to have the reward of talent. In that, a rapper in today times will go buy a rapper kit on layaway, meaning he will put a chain on layaway and a car on layaway while he's working a regular job, hoping that that helps his rap career. He doesn't focus on his talent so much. In that, you get it? This is how your normal civilian is living. Your normal civilian has ideals to get a nice car in a nice house and work at the supermarket. That's how that happened. You forgot yourself and your own talents, and you let the mind just go into the materials of life. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with working at the supermarket. I'm saying a brain has lost itself when you get it. If you think pulling up to the supermarket in a dope car is dope, you forgot about the talent which would have got you out the supermarket and whatever you wanted. We could use any other job. I don't want to make it like a supermarket job is bad. I know some people that make a good living at the supermarket. It depends on what you do there, I suppose. But you get my point? I'm just trying to think of like any job you could think of. Any job you got, y'all should not have the aspirations to drive what y'all see stars driving. The star wouldn't be driving whatever you like that they got if they work the job you work. And so you should be motivated or, you know, admiring their talent, which is what you do admire. But they put all that glittery shit on them too, so that throw you off a little bit too. Meaning y'all like Drake for his talent, but then if he got something dope too, then y'all it get blurry. When you say I want what Drake had, you kind of forget like shit. I want the talent. I want Drake talent really. That's the shit that got everything. But And you got your own talent just as good. But you become focused on the materials and that y'all never get to y'all talents and y'all glories, to work on self, so to say, and to perfecting self, whether that perfection being a talent or just an aspect of self that's a flaw. But y'all lose sight of that, and then y'all put debt and hardship on itself, never feeling glorious because of the talent. The talent is the works and the things you do, and that's what the people gonna remember. And you see DMX, they don't say, "Oh, I liked your Rolls Royce." They say, "Man, your song was so dope, it got me through a hard time." And that's what's gonna matter to the person more than any material they bought. To know, like, damn, my words or whatever I do, my talent, that shit affected somebody. And Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and all these niggas want to be Michael Jordan. You got to know that affect him. The same with Lil Wayne. Y'all all got dreadlocks pretending y'all Lil Wayne. Y'all don't admit it, but do you get it? I know he got to look and say, damn, that's deep. That part. Y'all are mimicking him and his talent. LeBron James and Michael Jordan and them, they want Michael. When we was growing up, we wanted his talent. The shoes was cool, but you get it? We wanted the shoes if they was gonna make us have a talent. Once we realized, oh, these Michael Jordans ain't making me no better. They said, well, give me some Timbs. That's when we start wearing construction Timbs in New York, because we say, man, they don't come with no talent. You got to work on that yourself. The shoe just the shoe. And that, you get it? We was more focused on talent. We like Rakim because he could rhyme like how y'all rhyme now back in the day when niggas was rhyming in syllables, talking about to the hip hop. Rhyming like they slow, like niggas can't hear fast. That's how they rapped in the past. Like nobody know how to hear fast, so they were rapping all in pieces. To the hip, to the hop, to the hippie, hop it till you don't stop. Somebody don't bust a bottle over blood. If a nigga rap like that now, y'all be like, man, if somebody don't bust a bottle over blood, he supposed to be on the slow bus, man. And so Rakim was the first one to rap like how y'all rap now, where it just flow with the beat. There ain't really no gaps. It ain't an insult to nobody's ears when you listening to it. Like, is Blood trying to say I'm slow a little bit? You know how you talk to a kid or a slow person? I said the raps is like that, where you listen and you like, I feel like I like it, but at the same time I feel like dude trying to say I'm slow, like he rapping his syllables like he talk to a 5-year-old. Rakim the first one that started rapping like, where you get it? You got to hear fast or you just gonna miss out, big baby. You feel me? This that swag. I'm gonna spit this thing a little fast. Play it back if you need to. That's when rap became that. Then you got the Bone Thugs, where it was like, you gonna have to play this back 15 times, but it's good. It wasn't always like that. So you get it? We was more intrigued by the talent. In today times, y'all are more intrigued by materials. And that y'all have no talent, no personality, and no experience. And y'all all have talents. Talents being new things. Like how I said, Rakim was the first one to rap like how y'all rap now. He could have rapped how they did in the past, but he said, like, I got my own talent. Like that. Y'all have... There's a bunch of new shit that's supposed to be in life because y'all all have talents, but y'all all are mimicking whatever y'all are. In that, we missing out on all kind of new things. Like that. Make sure you let the kids know, like, your talents. That's what's going to fulfill you. That's the gift that God gave you to have something to do when you're by yourself. Everybody don't have that. All of y'all that have talents, when you're alone, you do have something to do. You write music, that's your talent. When you alone is when you write music. It give you something to do. You don't even realize it. You play basketball when you're alone, you're shooting your 3 points, practicing on your jumper. It give you something to do when in your idle time when you don't have nobody around you. And that go for everybody that got any talent. I don't care if you knit. You knit when you're alone and have nothing to do. And it give you something to do where you're not bored or lonely or alone. Your talent is your best friend. You just have to find one. You get it? You can't depend on people to be there for you whenever you need them, but you can always depend on your talent. Your talent will always keep you busy when you're bored, like if you have one. And so children got to grasp that. You have to find your talent. Your talent is more than what's going to get you rich. It's what's going to keep you bored when you in bad positions. I mean, it's going to keep you going when you in bad positions. It's going to give you something to do when you bored. And some of y'all done been in jail in the hole, and because you know how to draw and paint, man, that got you through. That talent, it got you through. If you didn't have that talent, you would have lost your mind in jail. It would have been nothing for you to do. You'd have been like the niggas with no talent in there, running around decking niggas. Like that. Wherever you find yourself, whoever doesn't have a talent, they're alone. You get it? When they have idle time, well, you ain't got nobody, a talent during your idle time, then you already know what you gonna be doing. Seeking out trouble. Or people, as you would call it. So you want to always make sure if you have children, you want to instill talent into them. Show them different activities and things and let them gravitate to what they like. And then explain to them what a talent is. Something to keep them, it's their friend. It's a gift. Some of y'all have a natural talent. Whatever the case may be, any talent is a gift. Gift of friendship, something to keep you busy when you're by yourself. Keep you out of trouble. It'll get you wealth, it'll get you everything you want, meaning it's the best friend you can have. It's gonna be there when you're bored. It's gonna get you rich. It's gonna get you whatever you want. All you got to do is water your talent. Meaning all you got to do is feed and water your talent. Look at your talent as your best friend, but the nigga homeless. And he ain't got nothing. And all you got to do is feed him. And give him a place to live. He ain't even gonna be in your way until you need him. Look at your talent like that. You spend some time with your talent, watering it and perfecting it. And you get my point? It's the best friend you can have, your talent. You lose all your family members and all your friends, but your talent will keep you going. Little things like that from nature you learn, True worth. You lost into society, so the outer appearance and the materials is what hold merit, but this is to the shallow. Everybody being groomed into being, shallow, but for the most part, I know y'all grasp what I mean. And so everybody play their part to make, life flow how it do. And so y'all gotta start putting more, putting more spotlights on these talents. Not so much the materials. These things don't matter. These things is just like trophies for, like, if you take the time out on your talent. Things to make you want to get to the finish line with your talent. Things to make you want to show the world your talent. The things not mattering, they're just for that. Otherwise, y'all keep y'all talents to yourselves because y'all view it as a treasure. If you didn't think you can get anything from showing your talent to the world, then you probably keep it to yourself. So look at like all the material things that you may want as the tricks. It's like motivations to make you bring your talent to the forefront. So whoever needs to see it and needs it will get it. Otherwise, you'd keep it to yourself. But because you think you will get something from letting everybody see it, you get it? And so, let material desires be the motivations for that. For the talent to be, received and seen. Boss man said, human lives for 1,000 years easy. Make your words match reality, champ. Salam. Y'all get lost into society, start babbling out fool's talk. Life is reality. Not cool things you may have heard. Oh, you get my point? Never forget that. Life is reality. Whatever you say, make sure it still match reality. Meaning if you say humans live 1,000 years easy, you make sure you got one to show. You don't want to be the nigga to have to say, well, what happened was, nigga, shut your ass up. Speak what is a current reality. Like that. Whatever you say, let the proof already be in the pudding. You don't want to be a nigga talking. Then you got to be like, I got to find the pudding, or what happened was they altered the pudding. Can't do nothing with that. And so, kind of grasp. Humans live as long as they do. In regards to this physical life, this ain't life. It's just a stuck place. And so, man got to come to learn things. Meaning y'all stuck in society in the physical. And that you say, man live 1,000 years. I guess you think man living 1,000 years or man making himself physically eternal would matter. A man can't control his unconscious mind, and that's what take him out and bring him back. So y'all can make all the technologies and anything y'all want to make y'all life extend, but y'all don't know how to cut off that unconscious. That part. That's where the death at. When you die, that's what happened. I don't care if somebody shoots you in your head. Your consciousness go off. The consciousness going off. That's the life and the death. Not the physical presence. You can be physically present in dream. That ain't here. That part. Man worked to make his physical vessel eternal, forgetting I can make my body last as long as I want. I can't say when I'm falling asleep. I can't say when I'm fall into unconsciousness or not. The long one that we call death or the one that just lasts the night. That part. You want to control eternity, you got to get rid of the unconscious. It wouldn't matter where you at. Dream, physical life, or unconscious space. Until you learn how to remove that, your ass is dead. You in the dead space. And so, like I said, eternity got to do with that. Anything else they explain to y'all wouldn't matter. They tell you, man could live forever in physical life. We found the technology. It wouldn't matter. That technology ain't got nothing to do with the unconsciousness. That's the one. That's the most high before the glory. The glory is whole, but in terms of individuality, it ain't an individual that's higher than the unconsciousness. If you lost, that thing control when you go to sleep and wake up, not you. Sorry you thought you did, but you don't. That shit'll drop you right now. Meaning unconsciousness could kick in on any of y'all right now. You won't have no control. It's just like when you fall asleep. You ain't got no control. You could try to fight it, but I'm sure you see who got the upper hand. And when you knocked out sleep, that part, you ain't wake yourself up. Sorry if you thought you did. Sorry if you thought the alarm clock woke you up. You only heard it because the unconsciousness lets you get some of that sound or that sense of hearing back. You get it? And so it's like ancient Egyptians say, Osiris is the god of death and afterlife. And I told y'all Osiris is that substance that y'all call Jesus the Christ. And so all dualities is one thing. Just like you awake then you go to sleep, but you one thing. And so man can't control those aspects of life. You don't even grasp them yet. Meaning y'all don't even count it for nothing. Unconsciousness and dream have more merit than awake. But y'all don't count them for nothing. It says steak puts it above us. Fork. Nah, not at all, my boy. Wouldn't matter if you eat. If you don't eat, you still gonna visit that darkness. That darkness got to do with mind. Got nothing to do with y'all desires or none of that. It just control y'all till y'all grasp a thing and can control self. But first you gotta be aware that you controlled by it. Meaning y'all are put into awake, y'all are thrown in a dream and unconsciousness every day throughout y'all entire life, never realizing like, oh, I ain't got no control over none of that. Who do? Who is that? God. The hidden God that y'all never see but y'all feel every day. Do y'all have it y'all want? Well, it do y'all have it want? Man got so much ego he don't realize that. That part. And he get shot in his head and go off. And then he have awake again. That part. You know why? Because the hidden hand determine who have life and who don't. That means who wake up and who don't. And it wouldn't matter what you think. And so until man can control and grasp the unconscious, he ain't gonna have no eternity nowhere. Not in the physical and not nowhere. And he gonna have whatever time he have. And the more he try to play with that time, the less he gonna have. Now talk about eternity now more than never, but y'all die at 30. Y'all die so fast now, but y'all talk so much life. So kind of grasp, it goes deep. Peace and wisdom, J Hall. And thank you to everybody that gave back. I can't check who did specifically. It's a lot of sun out here. But I'm just assuming some of y'all did. I'm not sure. You gotta speak it into existence. And so like I said, I suppose I'll come back later on this evening. Maybe I'll do a short video explaining how aliens are demons so that this generation can grasp. Like I said, they changed the spelling of the name. I can do it now, but like I said, I'm starving and I'm dried out. Talking 2 hours straight, you got to know that dry you out more than anything. Speak with no liquid and no food, feel your face start drying out. Get dehydrated faster. Trying to think if I should, continue on or go tend to myself. I don't have a wife, so like if I drain myself out too much, then you get my point. I ain't really got no wife or nothing that I could be like, yo, go get me some juice and shit. I done drink myself the fuck out. Cook me something to eat. You drain yourself out too much, you don't have the energy to do that. And so you get it? Oh, I'm glad you said that, Trill Chris. Later's good. Yeah, I might do that later. put some food in my belly and some liquid. I do my yoga around 9ish. So after I drink, eat, and all of that, I do my yoga. I don't ever do my yoga live because I don't do yoga with clothes on. And so you get my point? It's hard to talk and explain things to y'all. You know, sitting in my drawers. I can show you whatever I'm doing. But after that, you get it? So just sit there. Think like a stripper. I guess she could work that pole, but then to just sit there naked, explaining what she do on the pole, she feel like I could put on my shit. It's kind of like that. If I'm doing yoga or whatever, I want to explain to y'all like the details, like breathe like this when you in that position. And when you do that, because it's a breathing and stretching thing together. It's not just the one thing. I know a lot of y'all see it online, I guess. It just look like girls doing sexy poses or dudes doing sexy poses. That's some new stuff. But yoga got to do with breathing and stretching. And opening up certain aspects of your mind. You got to look at your brain is what controls your body. If you got a little cramp in your foot or something, well, the brain control the feet. So you get my point? That it start there. Your brain sees, not your eyes. If your eye is crooked, that means there's a crook in that part of the brain. Many people don't look at it that way. They kind of forget, like, my brain control every aspect and every digit on my body. If I move my hand like that right now, my brain had to give that signal to my hand first. In that, if I walk with a limp or anything, the limp's in the brain. If you speak with a lisp, but the lisp is in the brain controls the lips. Like that. Many people don't understand that. If any aspect of the body is sore, the brain in that area is sore. If I tell you right now, do a split, you say, I can't do a split. It start hurting when I get to the thigh part. That means your brain, the part of your brain that control your legs, it got stiffness or it got stiffness or it got a lot of mucus restricting it. Because that's what's controlling your legs. And when you stretch your legs and you start to feel pain or discomfort, it's because whatever part of the brain control that part is getting some resistance. You get it? And that, you understand that when you're dealing with yoga, you're not just working the physical vessels or stretching that out, but you're like ironing out your brain in perspective. You get my point? When you stretch, wherever you have restriction, just look at it as restriction in the brain. The brain is how you think. So if it's restriction there, it's going to be restriction in the thought. That's why after yoga, your sinuses and all aspects of yourself should feel, cleared or somewhat cleared. Meaning your nose should feel a little clearer, your head, if you had like a little headache in the back or something, all of that should feel cleared out if you're doing the yoga right. You shouldn't feel beat down and drained out. You should feel like that energy drink was good. Like, like when you yawn, you get a good yawn and that drink wake you up. You be like, ooh. But when you yawn, you kind of stretch a little bit like, oh. And it's kind of like that thing give you a little more time to last a little longer. Meaning when people get tired, they start yawning, but that's because of that. Like when you yawn, it's like a quick boost of energy. And that, you yawn, then you don't fall right to sleep. You kind of like, it bring you up. And you stretching like that. If you're breathing and stretching at the same time like you do when you yawn, open up many different aspects of yourself as well as give yourself energy. If you have honey in the house, take a tablespoon of honey. There ain't no food more powerful than that. You'll know what I mean when you take a tablespoon of it. You gonna be charged. Like, ooh, it's gonna make you tingle inside. Like, it's strong though. That's why bears be so strong. They get them some honey blood, charged up. But yoga have to do with that. Like I was saying, after I do my yoga, then maybe I'll if I'm still, up, I'll do it, the video. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. The title of this video, I'll do the whole thing tomorrow because I didn't get to it all the way. I wake up quite early, like 4:35-ish, so at 9 o'clock, I'm at 16 hours up. Ain't nothing but 8 left. So you get it? Depends on how I feel. But grass the Jews. If you have any questions before I depart, ask now. I'm gonna depart. Peace and wisdom, Lulu, baby. My birthday coming up, love. You should send for me to come out there and see Cali. I won't be mad at you. Y'all know me. I always ask for what I want. What else I want that I want y'all to get me? I forgot to tell y'all to get me the things I want. Got nothing in mind right now, but oh, I'm a thinking now. Nah. I don't ever have no like desires like that. I have to be reminded. Like, other than that, forgot to think about what I want for my birthday. Life is good enough for me. Good energy. Now I'm about to depart. I suppose y'all have no questions. If you do, hurry up and write it now. I'm trying to give y'all a little moment. I know it take you time to write, and then it take time for it to kick in. You can jet ski out here. Boats and jet skis, the easiest things to get your hands on out here. Maybe, I never thought to do that. That's so dumb. Maybe this weekend, I'll get the jet ski. One of you guys that's a viewer of mine, you're a female though. Well, I got the video up actually, if it's still up. But a female, one of y'all that's a viewer of mine. I kind of met you that day. And she came to see me, like, not on a sexual tip, like to my house or nothing. Just, like a student. And so I took her out on the land, out into this water on the boat. They ain't had a yacht ones, but they had something. But I could have got jet skis or whatever. And maybe this Saturday I'll get the jet ski and set the camera up and just ride out. But find things to do with your time. You get to a place where, you fulfilled with doing the simple things in life. Because the simple things in life is what's the glory. And it's what you gonna like. wisdom enlightenment. She said, show your face. Y'all know what I look like already. What the fuck? I don't like to be seen all the time. I don't like to be seen never, but I'm not bothered by it. I'm humble, like I told y'all. Y'all don't really listen. If anybody ever see me in real life, then I guess they will see, like, yeah, he is kind of humble. I'm not like somebody to, like, where you see me and you like, he want to be seen. I'm somebody where you gonna be like, he think he all that, because this nigga just be out the way, like. But it's because I'm, like, shy a little bit. Not shy, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like to talk if I ain't got to, and I don't like to be seen if I ain't got to be. So when I'm out here and I got the view, I ain't got to be seen, then y'all could just look at the view. Help me out. And I don't want to change the camera around. I'm gonna have to, I don't want to put people's houses on blast. Some of y'all dumb. Some of y'all groupies and you know you dumb. This is a residential neighborhood. Some of y'all think it's public. So you know you pop up and shit. Peace and wisdom. You see right there, say keep out. I used to sit over there. I know the dude who house that is. Like I said, everybody live in this neighborhood. We all kind of familiar with each other. So he let me kick back there because he know, I live in the neighborhood. There's some of y'all that don't live in this neighborhood. I guess y'all watch me online. I'm famous to y'all. Then y'all come. And you get my point. Y'all start disturbing him, not realizing that's somebody's residence. And you get my point. This ain't public space for you to come chill at. Man, people houses, man. Meaning this is people backyard. And you come back here, you somebody backyard. You get my point? Maybe if you go deep that way you won't be, but you still have to initially breaking into somebody's backyard. I'm saying that because you know if you coming over here, you ain't from over here. Nobody call the cops on you, you're gonna be going to jail for trespassing. I don't think they would, but I couldn't say. Meaning you do got petty ass people everywhere in life, so don't ever forget that. But for the most part, the people in the neighborhood cool. Everybody relax. Everybody mind their damn business. Everybody mind their damn business and help everybody out if they can and whatever they can. Other than that, keep your greasy ass from over here. You don't like outside. No, I'm just playing. But I wasn't playing about what I said though. That's real. It's not like a public. I know some of y'all be watching and y'all be say like, people be saying that it's a public beach sometimes. No, when you see me in a public beach, you know what a public beach look like. And you get my point? When it look deserted, that ain't public stuff. Oh, I think he caught something. That's something powerful. Oh, I forgot about the sun. Yeah, that thing's setting right now. It take its time though. Oh, it's getting in position to, kind of set. Kind of like y'all when y'all lay down for the night. Y'all getting in position to set. View yourselves like that light. That's your consciousness. It's set. And you get my point? But it got to get in position first. So, I know everything about the sun, man. We debate every day. We debate every day. I lose every day, but this is not the point because I am going to win. I'm positive, man. I debate with life every day. We have wisdom challenges. Like, I lose. I don't care. I get up mad excited to have another one till I win. But nah, that sun is a deep thing. Make sure you catch it whenever you can. It's a reflection of self. Enlightenment. I had plans for my birthday, but I don't know. Something telling me I need to save. Something telling me I might need to like start chilling the fuck out a little bit. But I was thinking about going to Atlanta. If any of you guys want to buy me a ticket, round trip, you know. Nice nice hotel, you know. I ain't big on leaving, you know. I want to go to the pyramids in Mexico, but it's really the time to be leaving the country because there's diseases. You get my point? There's so many new diseases every goddamn where we done go see another country and then die. Die when you get back. So I don't know. This ain't the time. Man getting real dirty and desperate in his ways and that. Want to kind of get you a nice small circle where y'all can have fun wherever y'all at. You know, kind of avoid as much as you can. Because the place getting filthy. We talking about life. They filthying it out. So try not to add on to that filth. I try not to. I'm talking the morals of life. And you know, the disease where niggas is living all crazy to where, you get it? They got new herpes now in New York. I know somebody was having sex with one of the migrants and they got different diseases. And so you get it, they got some new herpes. I forgot what they call it. They call it herpes, but it's different. I forgot how they said it worked. I think it be all over your body. I don't even remember, but they said they got one case. Some dude basically had sex with a migrant. Y'all know how that go. They out here selling vagina and stuff for cheap. I told y'all about that bargain booty. Solace, I found me a hook and I hit it for $45. Man, that $45, that ain't... You don't never want to get no bargain on vagina. That's how you win. It ain't never cool to be like, man, I got this vagina for $50, nigga. You don't never want to go cheap on vagina. Anything you gonna put in your mouth or, you know, on your hind parts, ain't no bargains there, champ. You just gonna have to, like, you feel me? You gonna have to get you $1,000. So, right? You gonna have to get you a $1,500 prostitute, my boy. I ain't gonna say you gonna be safe, but you got to know ain't a whole bunch of dudes lining up to pay $15. Other than that, the $45 line is long. The $45 vagina line is quite long, my boy. If you at the back, ooh, you gonna have something. You ain't got to question it. You going down to the Chinese massage parlor, my boy. You got. You got to know you gonna die. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go, J Hall. Dirty and desperate out here. Giving out that bargain vagina. Vagina only $25. Cause said, nah, that ain't vagina, that's weed. That can't be vagina. Weed costs more than that. What the hell is... Chicks out here going on bargains, selling that butt for the low. A butt so low, you like, nah, I'm good. I'm celibate. $35, I'm celibate. Find something to give you back, give you peace. Salam.